Welcome back to His Justice in the Making. In Chapter 6, Detection of the Deception, we unravel the calculated efforts of Chuck Collings and Jim Teal to push Charles Nordby out of Raley's after exploiting his brilliance. You may be wondering, why would Chuck Collings and Jim Teal, the very men who depended on Charles to save their company, orchestrate his downfall? Stick with us as we uncover how greed, fear, and corruption led to Nordby's departure. Let's dive in. The Eagle Thrifty purchase came as a complete surprise to Charles Nordby. For a long time, this information was deliberately kept from him. It wasn't until November 9th, 1973, when Chuck Collings and Jim Teal were confident that Charles Nordby's program would lead Raley's to significant success in California, that they ran an ad in Nevada announcing their purchase of the Eagle Thrifty chain of stores, an acquisition made on July 1st, 1973. Yet Nordby wasn't informed about this purchase until January 1974. That's when he learned that the Eagle Thrifty stores in Nevada had become part of the Raley's company. Collings and Teal knew they needed Nordby's successful program to benefit their Nevada stores as well. But why would they keep this from him? Nordby would have immediately recognized that something was wrong. After all, when he first arrived to save their company, Raley's was on the brink of bankruptcy with no funds. How could they possibly afford to buy a chain of stores for $3.5 million, as claimed in their history book? Even though Nordby was a mathematician, it wouldn't take much for anyone to question this glaring inconsistency. When Nordby finally read about this in Raley's history book in 1991, he was certain that a crime had been committed. Determined to uncover the truth, one of his sons traveled to Nevada to retrieve all the records related to this highly secretive purchase. It didn't take long for Nordby, with his sharp investigative mind, to piece everything together. Chuck Collings and Jim Teal were not only thieves and frauds, they were liars. Once Nordby reviewed the records, he understood exactly what had transpired. He even believed that the evidence, including signatures and other anomalies, suggested that neither Tom Raley nor Joyce Teal were fully aware of the shady dealings in Nevada at that time. Apparently, Jim Teal kept many secrets from his wife, Joyce, especially the truth about Charles Nordby, the man responsible for making her a billionaire. Remember, in 1973, Tom Raley was spending his time drinking at the Marina Inn and chasing women, while Charles Nordby was working tirelessly to save the company from collapse. Meanwhile, Joyce Teal was a housewife, occupied with raising children and household duties, completely oblivious to the fact that her husband Jim and Chuck Collings were committing yet another fraud. In a future video, we'll delve deeper into what Jim Teal and Chuck Collings were doing behind everyone's backs and why they were so desperate to keep this dark, nefarious secret from everyone, especially Charles Nordby. These layers of deceit and corruption are why the law firm of Downey Brand, Seymour, and Rower could never allow Charles Nordby his day in court. They knew he would have exposed them all. As the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. Stay tuned for Part 7, where we'll uncover why Raley's, the Teals, Collings, and Downey Brand, Seymour, and Rower all flocked together to shield their secrets. If you're intrigued and want to learn more about the hidden truths behind the story, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any upcoming videos that delve deeper into this fascinating case.